Welcome back to some more scalding hot takes about Dominion Menagerie. This is a bonus, but I'm going to start with a card from yesterday where I have a clarification. That's Wayfarer. And apparently, the way that the rules are going to work, and hopefully we'll get a shot of the rule book when the set comes out, which will clarify this. Apparently, the way that Wayfarer's cost changing ability works is that any cost reductions are applied. And then after that, it doesn't matter what cost reductions were there. It always copies what the current cost of the last other card gained this turn was. So, if I have a fairy token on this, it costs 4. But then if I gain a silver, it doesn't cost 1, it costs 3. The fairy doesn't matter anymore, right? It just costs 3 because the silver costs 3. And then if I play a bridge, then it costs 2 because the silver costs 2, right? So let's say the last card I gained was a smithy, then this would cost 4. And then if I move my fairy token to smithy, then this would cost 2. Apparently that's how that works. Anyway, let's move on to today's single. Well, it's not actually a card. Technically, by the game rules, it is a way. We've got another way, and it's the way of the Chameleon. Or if you want to pronounce it correctly, the way of the chameleon. Uh, and it says, follow this card's instructions. Each time you would get that would give you plus cards. This turn, you get plus coins instead, and vice versa. So by follow this card's instructions, it means the card that you're playing using the way as opposed to using its normal text. You just play it normally, except you flip cards and money that you're getting, basically, right? Note that this only works for action cards, so you're not going to draw with your treasures in a way that you otherwise wouldn't, because only action cards can be played using ways. And yeah, this seems incredibly powerful because it turns any payload you want into draw, and any draw you want into payload. So, like, if you weren't able to draw cards before, you could just draw cards now as long as the stuff that wasn't letting you draw cards was generating money. And if you were able to draw cards before but were having trouble making money, you could just draw tons and tons of cards and at the end turn some of them into money. So effectively, what you're going to end up with probably, I mean, it depends on the exact cards available. What you're probably going to end up with is a deck that is going to have as much overdraw as you want, basically, but also is going to be able to turn all of that extra overdraw into money, um, which is incredibly good because it more or less makes your deck extremely efficient, um, and quite reliable. Now, there's a few things this doesn't work super well with. Cards that effectively draw you cards, but not with the plus cards phrasing. This is not going to work so well with. So I'm thinking of a card like Journeyman here, right? You reveal cards and put them into your hand. I think certain cards give you. I think the draw to X. I'd have to look up the exact wording, but I think the draw to X is not a plus cards thing, so you're not going to be able to take money from that, and it wouldn't really make sense to. Also, draw to X, you're probably drawing a ton anyway because there's stuff that's drawing you cards. So anyway, there are a few things it doesn't work super well with, but so many things that it does work really well with, and you can just jam cards that either make you money or draw you cards kind of interchangeably. So whichever has the bigger number is better. And of course, you're still going to need your right terminal, non terminal village mix. So don't get me wrong about that. But for the most part, this just seems very strong. It's going to make all your decks very reliable and efficient in terms of the right mix of cards and money. And obviously, all the other stuff you need/want is going to be a thing. But yeah, I assume with Poor House you're going to get to draw 4 cards, and then you're going to lose actual money if you choose to use this on it, because minus cards is not plus cards. You're still losing the coins, but you've drawn the cards first, I think. Anyway, whatever. We'll learn about that as the rulebook comes out. I'm sure there's going to be tons of weird and wacky edge cases. Do try to check out the rules for anything that might be confusing. But that's going to be it for today. We're going to have more of these going on. They're going to be shorter videos like this one, probably even shorter than this one. This way seems incredibly powerful. Yeah, we'll catch you with more videos later.